make a token just in Cayth.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Cayth, famed Mechanist. She makes little tiny dudes, or puts +1/+1 counters on things. Whenever a non-token creature you control enters the battlefield, it gets to fabricate, meaning it either gets a +1/+1 counter or it gets to make a servo token. Cayth also has this ability herself. She can also pay to and tap to populate or proliferate. If you populate, you make a copy of a token you have, and if you proliferate, you put more counters onto the permanents you have. In this deck, we're more focused on the populate side of Cayth, meaning that we're looking to make really cool tokens and make copies of those tokens. Now, unlike something like a Reese deck, which is just looking to go as wide as possible, with Cayth, we want to make the biggest, baddest, strongest possible token and then make more of it. Whether that's something that naturally makes tokens like Cura Best the Sea Gods, or us making a token out of a normal non-token with dedicated doll maker, copying one of our opponent's permanents with Fractured Identity, copying one of our permanents with Arenicus' Vile Duplication, or copying a creature on the battlefield or on the stack with C Double. With this deck, we do all sorts of shenanigans, turning things into tokens, making copies of tokens, and then maybe even, using Cayth's abilities to try to go a little bit wider off of servos, proliferating, and populating. Cayth is very cool, but unfortunately a bit of a magnet for removal, so in this deck we're running all of the best pieces that can also buff up with big, cool tokens. Some of my favorite include things like Thousand Move Smithy that make these gigantic tokens, or Brutaclad, which lets us turn all of our tokens into a specific token, have haste, and swing in, usually with like a big flying angel, like the ones that we're making off of Divine Visitation. You can even turn your unusual cards in hands into 3/3 artifacts creatures off of Nexus of Becoming. These tokens also work out just fine when it comes to populating. So let's take Cayth into the queue and make a copy of something interesting. Nashi, Illusion Gadgeteer. Nashi enters the battlefield and makes a copy of something from the graveyard. Then, well, that copy goes into your hand. Nashi is especially good with things that are removal that you can recur, or ways to blink Nashi, or things that double as both. For example, if you were to get a Sublime Epiphany back from the graveyard into your hand, you could make another copy of Nashi and continue to get more Sublime Epiphanies. Pretty good for them. Not so good for me, though. I like this hand a little. It does have some removal, but that removal is hard to use with Nashi since, well, Nashi has Ward 2. Inquisition of Kozilek. That can hit this or this. I'm hoping my cat will come into the room. She's sitting like 6 feet away from me. Just looking at me like, are you gonna come over here and pet me? I don't want to come in there. Your room smells like streaming. Yeah, I know it does. You dropped my doll maker. Aww. Drop my Ganjo. Ooh, and an ominous lockbox. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want a Nashi. Yes, I love ominous lockbox because with Cayth, ominous lockbox means that I can get a copy of something they cast. Sometimes it's just like I copy their counterspell or their removal and I get to use it. Sometimes it gives me a copy of something that I can make more copies of. The ever-cascading chain of copies. I feel like I should put this in more of my decks. This is I would say like 50% crime card, and I'm so here for it. A Zaggle Triome. I grab my other Surveil land off Scalding Tarn. We'll look at the top, and it's a... Ooh, Legion Warboss. That gives me something I can play next turn that's not Cayth. Oh, killing those lands. They use 2 for a counterspell? A mana drain. Okay, just regular old counterspell. Hey. Now, this is going to blow your mind, Nashi, but if you come out here and grab that counterspell, I'm going to get a Nashi, and I'm going to bring back Ominous Lockbox. I want more lockboxes. We'll be locked and loaded. They don't know my secretly chosen value. Yes, rat boys for everyone. I get a rat boy. You get a... Okay, that's Legion War Boss. Legion War Boss has no text. Oh, he's a 2/2. Disputing? Sure. Bring out Cayth. Cayth make friend. Servo friend. Looks to me like Nashi wants to come out and play. I guess I should have blocked the 1/1 with the 1/1. Nashi, give me the Nosh. Please, Nashi. Why are you hovering your graveyard so hard? Oh, because you're wiping the board. Sure. And they're exiling cards from their graveyard. I guess so I don't get both modes of C double. I guess I'll just replay Cayth here over holding up C double or animating Stenn. Bloop bloop. Nashi, let me have a copy of you. Stop it. I just wanted to make infinite copies. Well, that triggered my lockbox. They're already killing her, so I'll target her with the copy. Boo. Alright, now I think it's gonna be seeing double the Nashi. Because C double also works with Nashi's abilities. And I can also make a copy of my servo token. Yeah, I think they really didn't want me doing that. But, like, they know about the C double because they saw it in my original opening hand. So it's possible they have a counterspell for C double here. Alright. Oh, they only have 7. They don't have 8. That's fine. Hi, I'm fake Nashi. I mean, I'm really real regular Nashi. I'm feeling the lockbox again. It has flash. So I'm gonna name 2 on it. What's wrong, Mr. Rat? Yeah, you grabbing a counterspell? Deadly Coat, you want a board wipe again? Pro tip, when a Nashi comes out, look at their graveyard, you can see what they're highlighting. Do you want to counter my Cayth? Ominous Lockbox is going to make a token copy of Counterspell, and we will use the Counterspell on their Counterspell, and mine is going to resolve. Bam! Got him! And next turn, I'll be able to use Cayth to make a copy of the Nashi. The Nashi token is legendary, but it will still get the enter the battlefield effect. I will get to return something from my graveyard to my hand, and it will get flash. So honestly, I should just hold this up for whenever. Unless they also got a board wipe here, which don't you dare, Nashi. Oh, it's the kitten! Oh gosh, this can go infinite so dang easy. Must resist more lock boxes. I'm almost certainly gonna get the C double off of copying Nashi. For even more copies of Nashi. I could even make my own Displacer kitten, but that would just be able to blink Cayth, since this is a token. I'm actually going to lead with this Get Lost on the kitten while they're tapped out. Part of this is also because we know that Menace lets us attack through here. Pass a turn. Invasion of Amonkhet. Gonna go for a mill, a discard, and a draw. I mean, I'll just get this out of my hand in that case. So many goodies. They're going to enhance the Nashi. Well, they tried to. They found a land. I mean, land is good too. Anyway, shout out to Ominous Lockbox. Gotta be one of the funniest cards in the deck. I am going to populate. Notably, populate does not target. Just kind of happens. GG, Nashi. I like my Nashi more than yours because I found mine in a box. Zimone and Dina. Zimone and Dina sacrifice things to draw cards and put lands into play. Also happens to be a commander in Sultai colors, which means that, unfortunately, fairly often, this is just a Sultai ultimatum deck. And I'm a little salty about the Sultai because it's just not that fun to play against that. So we know that they're going to have an uncounterable commander, but that doesn't mean that I don't want that mana drain available in a couple turns, because being able to mana drain something still means I get the mana! And I like having the mana. Hello there, Delighted Halfling. I can gain life. This is just in this deck because it turns out really nice when you're making a bunch of tokens. Zimone and Dina is now in play. I sit here and stare longingly at you, Zimone and Dina. The two of you is so cute. Now you should kill your Delighted Halfling. It would be funny. Eat her. Eat her! Okay, they ramp. I actually want 2 mana. Excellent. So what I want the 2 mana for is, well, Divine Visitation. If I can get this out now and get it to stick, which I know, fingers crossed, that actually works, whenever I get a token, a creature token, I don't get whatever that creature token is. Instead, I get a 4/4 angel. So, for example, if I play Cayth and I populate and get this Fabricate 1 or anything else, bam, it's an angel. Not a 1/1 servo, angels. Angels everywhere. This is a nice landfall piece. If they want to, I don't know, sacrifice their land or elf, try to get a land, it will do things. Here comes Cayth. Yeah, this got worse with Divine Visitation. But that's okay. I'm many, 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 many turns away from Pure Best the Sea Gods. We are going to fabricate, making a servo. That's actually a 4/4 angel with vigilance. Next turn, I'm probably going to be Shatter Skull smashing, taking out the Provisioner. Ooh, okay. And Liliana. Plus or minus? Alright, I'm gonna drop Guide of Souls and Cayth so I can swing into Liliana next turn. Also, block. Also attack. Angel does it all. She protect. She attack. And she make me consider if I want to use Shatter Skull Smash. Looks like I have all these 6-drops here. I want to get rid of that Provisioner. I'm a little worried about it. Eat her! Zimone and Dina can just sacrifice it. So something nice about us seeing this Zimone and Dina deck get their Liliana early means that if they get their Sultai Ultimatum, they cannot do the Vorin collects Liliana. But they could get, like, Reach the Multiverse, which is a repeat of Liliana, since they can bring it out of the graveyard. Hi, Gwenna. Eyes of Gaia. And Rhystic Study. Yep. Well. Ignore Rhystic Study. Make angels. Rat angels. Rats with wings! Fun fact, there's a bar near me where if you go in with a tattoo of a rat with wings, they'll give you a free hot dog. And that's my free hot dog right there. GG, Zimone and Dina. Lae'zel, Githyanki Warrior in black and white. If you specialize in white, you're able to seek a random 3, 2, or 1 mana permanent from your library. It goes into your hand. And if you specialize into black, she returns a creature of 3 mana value or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. I want to say it's creature. It might be permanent. Up to 2 with a total mana value of 3 or less. Okay. Didn't quite get it right. But anyway, yeah, Lae'zel either is going to be reanimating little guys, they'll be blinking her, and getting more little stuff. I like to play Lae'zel in blue. She steals from your opponent. Which, like, that's cool too. But non-land permanent card, getting the critters, that's also nice. I do have a counter spell here, so I'll hold that up. My memory lapse. And they have cast nothing. So I will play a creature that does stuff. Ultek Matter Weaver. Casting creatures gets me gnomes or copies of other artifact tokens. We do have, like, the super gnome construct. I don't really know what to call it. It's really good with the Ultek Matter Weaver, though. And never mind. Solitude. Were they gonna scam the Solitude? They're gonna Village Rites it. Okay. What's a Matter Weaver with you? Dead. Oh, Graveyard Trespasser. Like, imagine they don't want to exile their own creature from the graveyard. They might want to. So I should tell you guys something kind of unfortunate about making copies of Lae'zel. If you make a copy of Lae'zel while she's on the stack, I can never specialize her. Because for some reason, specialize does not work on tokens. It has to be a non-token creature in order to specialize. It is not listed anywhere here that that is a thing. But it is true. No, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I was hoping to draw off the Welcoming Vampire. Divine Visitation? Okay, I kind of like that. Divine Visitation with specifically the Elspeth Sun's Champion is what I'm looking forward to. It's an arena-only mechanic. They can update it. Yeah, imagine Arena doing updates. They would never. Yeah, you'd think that they would have changed it. Oh, man. They would have changed it when we gained the ability to have two-sided tokens. But they didn't. Yeah, Andy Insomnia, I was just thinking that. Because that would have been the time to do it. Hey, Lae'zel. Coming out here? I think they're gonna specialize into white. They got a random thing. Boop. Ooh, Arenicus's Vile Duplication to have a couple of Cayths that can copy each other. That sounds neat. Boop. We know they have at least one playable in hand, because Lae'zel would have gotten them one. Oh, a snail. I'm gonna drop the counter spells, because these two have the potential to be really, really fun next turn. And Elspeth is just good. Oh, rip Cayth. Is my deck creature heavy? Yes, I tried to make it very creature heavy. They still have 8 cards. Alright, so I'm gonna drop the Elspeth. And I'm gonna try to go for the 3 blind mice, C double shenanigan. Gotta put full control mode on. 3 blind mice. On the stack, and we see double. And I guess I'll also hit Fiend Hunter here. So I can Fiend Hunter the Fiend Hunter. Would Inspiring Statuary be worth it? I don't think in this deck, but if you go for the artifacts build of it, I think it would be. Okay, and I guess I'll crack open the map and throw it onto Fiend Hunter. Heck yeah, I love Thousand Moon Smithy. Hey, this is the card I was thinking of before, talking about the, where are you? The Matter Weaver? Yeah, if you have the Matter Weaver, and you have this artifact token from Thousand Moon Smithy, you can go nuts with it. So 3 Blind Mice makes a copy of a token next turn, and we have a token copy of 3 Blind Mice. Unless they destroy the token copy of 3 Blind Mice. Okay, well, you know what? I tried. Ooh, Chthonian Nightmare. Yikes. Hey, Chthonian Nightmare. You bringing something back? Like a snail? I'm spilling Diet Coke in my hair. True mark of dignity. Make it harder for them to exile things. Thousand Moon Smithy. They can reuse the Chthonian Nightmare. I now have a really good token to start copying. But, like, copying the Fiend Hunter token's good, too. No, that's good. I love this thing. Get to draw a card. Oh, Maria's Call. Just gonna chump block with that. Huh. They did not. Chthonian Nightmare. Cool! I'm gonna have a lot of damage! GG! Nahiri Forged in Fury. This is an equipment commander, and I've actually been seeing a lot more for this week than usual. It used to be that, like, the only Nahiri I saw was me when I was playing it. Nahiri gets discounted based on the number of equipment you have. It works really well with the equipment that comes with a creature attached to it. And when you attack with various equipped up critters, you get a nice, you get a little bonus, an extra draw. Do I want to keep this? Yeah, I'm going to keep that on top. You get a impulse draw. And if you happen to impulse draw an equipment, you can cast it for free. Esper Sentinel has attacked. Go, a Johnny! Make a really cute little kitty cat. This is a real good one. If this cat dies, a Johnny flips over. Does a cool handstand. Does a little flip. So far, just one equipment. It's the token from Blacksmith's Talent. Ooh, there's a second one I mentioned before. The, like, living weapons and... Oh gosh, I'm blanking on... The ones that come with the Rebel tokens are also really cool. Since they have the ability to, like... give protection to one of these, I will swing in with the Cat Warrior. Yeah, for Mirrodin, that's the name of the mechanic. This will let them draw off Esper Sentinel. For Mirrodin! Yeah, those come with the 2/2 Rebel. Is it time for Nahiri? Nope, level 2 for the automatic equip. This will allow them to just, like, toss the sword onto the Cavalier. Oh, no! They moved the kite onto him! They killed the living weapon! That's so sad. Do I want to hold up a counterspell? I mean, no, but I think it's a good idea. I'm gonna drop Divine Visitation, even though, like, turning everything into angels is neat. I don't quite think it's what I want. Do reconfigure cards work with Nahiri? Yep, because they are equipment. They are protecting. Yes, for Sentinel. Cool. Contract gonna be doubling up all these Tokis, though. Alright, we want to use this. A1. Flip over a Johnny. Make cat. Throw cat. They can reattach the mandibular Cayth. Use the sword. But if they do all that, it might not be as good for them to, like, bring out Nahiri. Ooh, Anduril, Flame of the West. So I think if they... yeah, pay to equip with that, and then automatically equip the Cayth, they can kill a Johnny. Training failure! Thank you so much for the 2-month resub. Yeah, we got that 1v1 magic going on in here. Rip a John John. I think I can Cyclonic Rift this turn. Yeah, I totally can. And I think I will. We attack in, we get 2 treasures. We use the 2 treasures to throw all of those back in their hand. They will get to draw a card because I cannot pay the 5. Just a lot. Get them! They're down to 5 life! I have 13. They've dealt some serious damage to me, too. Next turn, I will have Reflection of Kiki-Jiki making double the tokens. Thousand Moon Smithy would also be pretty great. I'm probably actually going to make a copy of the Thousand Moon Smithy token to try to maximize damage. That sounds good. Sure, I can pay the 1. Maximize the power! Increase the decrease. And Cayth sat in the command zone and watched as the automatons automatid. They swing in itty bitty tokens, take him out. GG Nahiri, Forged in Fury. Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. Lumra is going to be bringing all the lands from their graveyard into play, and also gets bigger with the number of lands they have. This means that the bear is, well, it's going to be really, 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 really big. Probably playing a little bit of self-mill, lots of fetch lands and other lands that sacrifice, and lots of landfall and other big green stuff. This is not a super fast start for me. We have some removal early. What I'm kind of hoping to do, though, is copy Lumra with C double. It would make me happy. Ooh, a Prowling Serpapard. We do have some counter spells in this deck. I don't actually have any in hand, though. So let me see what I surveil to. It's the Wandering Emperor. A little bit of removal for the future, but for now, my Impact, Tremors / Glorious Anthem. I love that they just took the 2 cards, smushed them together. Makes it better. Hi, Pock. You're a problem. Pock's a problem. Oh, they have 6 mana next turn. That's crazy, bro. all I have are, like, setup things. Yeah, you double up those fetchies. I'll get rid of Pock. Lumra will happen. I accept this. But wait. There's Entish Restoration. They're doing this while Pock is slightly bigger. This way they'll get 3 lands instead of just 2. And they probably would have started their turn with that, except Pock was only a 3/3 since they were using these bounce lands. That leaves them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Not enough for Lumra. So the C double is still possible. And it would get me 1 land out of my graveyard to make my own Lumra. It's not quite as good. Also, Lumra has Vigilance, so I can't hit it. Oh. You would plow under me? They sure would. Well, that's rough. I think I could just make a token. Behold, my Thwee. My Twee 3/3. Tyrannix Rex. It kills you in 3 hits. Either damage or poison. There are 5 cards in their graveyard. Cayth would give me the most blockitude. C double on Lumra actually gives me a pretty similar amount of blocking. But I kind of like waiting until we have taught. It's like, how long can I survive in the meantime? Cayth, please produce a token for me. Unless I can block all of Tyrannus Rex's damage, though. Like, I'm getting a poison. I have 9? Yeah, I have 9 blocking toughness right now. So I can triple block Tyrannus Rex. Ooh, that's a Scoot Bug. Scoot Bug into Lumra equals many Scoot Bugs. Also, Nixthos does count tokens, and Scoot Swarm tokens do have a mana value. And thus, will add to the devotion. You can see it tick up right here. 9, 10, 11, yeah, 18 devotion. Just a couple lands, 14 lands. Boop, boop, boop. I assume you just leave me with the servo token. That's rough. It's not great. No. Fire Talk. Who can block? My current plan is hope they didn't draw anything useful. Chump block Lumra. Kill a single Bugular. And next turn, make some friends. Or get lucky and draw a board wipe. Blocking the Scoot Swarm is better if I happen to top deck Cyclonic Rift, but I don't have the mana for Cyclonic Rift, so I guess it wouldn't matter. Yeah, I'm not running River's Rebuke in this deck. Oh, there's a next turn. If I get a fetch land off the top and I see double Scoot Swarm, then I think I win from pings from War Leader's Call. So all I gotta do is top deck a fetch land. Yeah, they have over 50 mana off Nykthos alone, and they're about to have double that because Scooter's happening. Yep. I've only used one of my fetch lands. It's fine. It's fine. No, don't hurt talk. No! Oh no! I needed talk to make the triple tokies. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because I didn't get the land. Can you taste my vision, opponent? Can you feel it? I can't have this die and come back as a land, but it wasn't enough. So close, Lumra. So close. GG. Stenn, Paranoid Partisan. Stenn is, kind of unfortunately, typically just a oops all counterspells kind of commander, where he sits around and kind of twiddles his thumbs while he waits for you to cast your spells, then comes into play and discounts your instants. There's also some versions of Stenns that are artifact decks. I have seen artifact Stenns, I've seen Blink Stenn, but mostly I just see Stenn who counters your spells. So I could have played the Ominous Lockbox here, naming 2, so I could get a Stenn. Oh, okay, Planeswalker. Yeah, so it's gonna be control. Zorius control. Or like a Snorius control. I'm going to swing in with Magda. I could have played the Caretaker's Talent first in order to try and draw. Alright, they don't want me getting my Dwarf synergy here. That's, you know what, that's fine. Two, yeah, you try to play Stenn again, I'm gonna get a Stenn. Stenn Super Friends. Yeah, it's Teferi by any other name. Hey, I thought about putting that card in my deck. Super Stenns. Something kind of cute about Lockbox is you can also use this as like a cheeky way to counter a counter spell. Because if they cast a, let's say, a mana drain, I would, ooh, I'm about to just boop my microphone. I would also get a mana drain. Just saying. And then I could target their mana drain with my mana drain. Because mine's better. Hey, I'm locking here! That's right! Hey, wait. My tides! Aw, they took away Cayth's really cool abilities. Yeah, Stenn has the friends, Teferi. Oh, don't forget about Narset. Can't forget about Narset. I would like a copy of my treasure token. Yay, treasures! Okay, Lockbox is going to trigger on counterspell. We use their counterspell on their counterspell. Do you have a counterspell for the counterspell on counterspell? Hi. I'm Legend Rule, and this is my best friend. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have attacked with Cayth. I was just thinking like, oh, it gets replaced anyway. Oh, wait, never mind. I got rid of that. That's fine. Yeah, I'll attack you. Matters very little which of these I keep, since I want to recast Cayth. Right, which one is you? Trying to figure out which one is this one. Okay, yeah, I got it right. Great! I love Lockbox. Isn't it cool? Very versatile card. I prefer it when it, like, makes a token copy of a whole ass permanent for me, though.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Ooh, Boner Dracosaur. I kind of want 2 Architect of Restorations. Nah, bones. Don't counter it. Thank you. This is mine. Don't kill it either! Why are you blinking? Oh, because you don't want to discount sorceries anymore? Oh, wait a minute. They blinked an end step. Oh, no. Stenn, can you not? Stenn, can you not? For like 5 minutes. Well, Stenn's off the battlefield, which means that they're open up bring, you know, board wipes and all sorts of other nasty business. Yeah, I guess say goodbye to my permanents. My beautiful permanents. Those were mine. Ramp. 2 mana for 2 mana.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it. You're best the sea gods. It's the biggest token I can make in this deck. I wanted 8/8s.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Is there something wrong with wanting 8/8s? Counter. I don't really have anything great to make a copy of. Hi, I had to select target, Stenn. Actually, it's your go. You rude baby. Can you stifle Stenn returning? I guess so. Cayth getting costly. Ugh, Teferi. Only had 4 mana, so I could have a Teferi. They would just, like, minus and obliterate it.
Keep up the pace.
You could stifle the Stenn. Alright, I want to do something kind of cute, though. I would like a token copy of 3 Blind Mice. Because 3 Blind Mice can copy any token, such as, for example, 3 Blind Mice. See how they run. See how they run. But in this case, it's more like 3 Blind Mice, 3 Blind Mice. See how they run, how they run, how they run, how they run, how they run. The trouble with this is that they can just, like, tuck it with Teferi, because he's a big meanie pants.
Hurry.
Yeah, you should proliferate my sagas. 3 blind mice, 3 blind twice. No, leave those alone. Does Cayth trigger Valiant? No, Valiant would require a target. Neither populate nor proliferate targets. Do you want to blink Stenn so we can block? But then all of his beautiful counters will be gone. Bro? Bro! Another board wipe! He's also itching to ultimate right here. How's the deck doing? Not sure why you're oopsin'. They're gonna be able to ult to fairy. It's how it is. Nice, Stenn. I know so many rude people today. All they have to do now is draw cards. Which is, you know, as it happens, a thing that decks do. If they use the minus on Teferi. There he goes. Teferi he goes. Every time they draw a card, they can exile one of my non-land permanents or one of my lands. Any permanent! Will they be able to outdraw the multiplying sagas? I don't know. They already used Farewell, which is how I would assume they'd get rid of this. But they probably do have Cyclonic Rift in their deck as well.
Only time will tell.
In theory, exponential stuff might beat the Teferi. Oh, if I was them, I would have a Rift. B. Yeah, they might have some big draw spells. Wedding announcement. Ooh, Guide of Souls. Might be able to give me some life. Alright, I think you take out, what, Legion War Boss to start, or one of my lands? Wedding announcement? Okay, that's fair. How blind do these mice be? By the way, once we get to chapter 4 on one of these, we'll also be getting Vigilance. Nico! Oh my god. Alright, so Nico can also draw cards. Each shard, 2 mana, you draw a card, you can take out a permanent. No mana, no problem. Mishra's Bauble also can take out a permanent. Very shardy, very hardy. Kind of surprised they're only going for lands. I guess they're just like, yeah, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna do it anyway. See how they run! More mices, more mices, more mouses. Oh, wait. I do have to attack Nico. Wait. We forced a block here anyway. 15, 19 now. So we're gonna have to send 3 mice to Nico. Because I'm a little worried about the unblockability. Just send those 2. Hi, Teferi. Yeah, you finally realized that the exponential mice are actually dealing some damage. These mice are blind to the haters. Are we about to get board wiped again? They're bottoming off the scries. It's a lot. The card draw is real. And the removal of my 3 blind mice. How many 3 blind mice are we left with now? 9, and 2 of them are on the final chapter. They're shuffling. Did we do it? I don't know. It could be a board wipe. 1, 2. Giving them a hello. Okay. Hello! They didn't have a Mystic Sanctuary. If they did, they would have grabbed that Sunfall or that Farewell. The Farewell especially. But wait. Have they sown their destruction? Have they shown their own end? Or do they have a settled wreckage in hand? You could feel the panic. Can you taste it? Can you feel the sunshine? Hello? Buddy, are you seriously roping me after that? Well, 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 look whose timers just ran out. Yours. If you're gonna play a deck that's, I'll say, rather salt-inducing, don't be a salty player on top of it. This is a bad show all around. Bad game, 0 out of 10. Did love making 3 blind, 3 blind, 3 blind, 3 blind, 3 blind, 3 blind mice, though. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope you liked seeing Cayth come into play and unfortunately usually get killed because people are scared of Jeskai commanders. Now, as far as Jeskai commanders from Modern Horizons 3 go, Satya, who is the other commander from the same recon, is a lot scarier. Satya is what you need to fear. Now, Cayth is still good, but much harder to set up. It's a lot more work to make a copy of something that's worth copying, especially for having essentially a 6-mana commander, 4 to play her and then 2 to use that tap ability. But the extra value you get off of Cayth with that extra, fabricate is still pretty good. I found that Cayth did pretty well in the queue, just making some extra tokens to block with, making some extra ones to attack with, and turning things into angels with Divine Visitation. I've never had a deck that actually worked as well as this one with Divine Visitation, and I think a lot of it was that people were so distracted by the blue and the red side of the deck that they forgot that the white side of the deck can still make quite a few tokens. We're also running some really scary threats like Enipakal and Adeline that force people to deal with them while we use Cayth to get additional value. If you're looking for the deck list, by the way, it's in the description of the video. And if you'd like to come by and say hi, twitch.tv/Amazonian is where I stream almost every day. It's where I played a whole bunch of Cayth. I also had a bunch of games I had to cut from this video because my opponents were really rude when I was playing Cayth. I have a little bit of removal in here, like the Cyclonic Rift, the Get Lost, Fateful Absence, but I had a lot of people who were just, salt roping or, emote spamming at me, and it was just so rude. What's wrong with Cayth? I didn't think she was that scary. I guess people are just very unhappy to see her for whatever reason. Also, before I go, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has supported my channel through the memberships program. You are doing incredible, and you are helping me do what I do for a living, so thank you so very much. And thank you for watching, and have a brawlful day.